What's going on, guys? It's Maverick here. I got an MLB 15 The Show playthrough for you. What you're actually going to see in this video is my very first playthrough of the game after I finished downloading it. I chose to go ahead and download it through the PlayStation Store. A neat thing they did this year, kind of piggybacking off of what Madden did in the previous year, is they will let you download the first little bit of it. I think it was 4 gigabytes, give or take, that it'll let you download. And then after that downloaded and installed, you're actually able to play this demo. I'm going to refer to it as a demo. I don't know if that's what they consider it or not, but it definitely is. You get to play last year's World Series opponents, the Royals and the Giants. You get to play through a full 9-inning game at AT&T Park. Um, you get to do that while the other 32 gigabytes of downloads. It is a large download, of course. I have pretty decent internet, but it did seem to take probably between 8 or 9 hours to fully download. But it was nice to not just have to sit and wait for it to download and install. They let you in to go ahead and play a game, play a demo version, kind of get used to the controls and get used to everything before the actual game begins. So what you're going to see here is my first playthrough of it. You're seeing it as I loaded it up, exactly the menus that I went through, and everything that I had to deal with it being the demo version. Um, really enjoy the game. I've probably played 3 or 4 games into franchise mode. Things are a little bit different from that as opposed to what's in the demo, what you'll see here. What you are going to see in this video is just the highlights, basically. I'm going to give you the first full inning, I'm going to give you the full 9th inning, and in between we're just going to see the things that matter, the points of the game where something actually happened. A couple notes about the demo. First thing you'll notice is that through the top of the innings, in innings 1 through 6, that's the only time there's any commentary, and it's just Matt Vasgersian going through and giving you the highlights of what's changed from last year, the new gameplay improvements. Other than that, once that's over, if the top of the inning takes long enough to where he's done talking, he's done talking. There are no other commentary in the game, well, in the demo at least. Once he's done, and then it's just the sounds of the ballpark, which was kind of nice, to be honest. Just being able to hear the little changes they've made and the little things going on in the background of the game, it was kind of nice to have that. Another thing about the demo, and you'll see it coming up here in a little bit, is I could not for the life of me figure out how to warm up a guy in the bullpen or bring him in when I wanted to. And I'm assuming that they just have not programmed that into this part of the demo version of the game. Because I went through all the same menus that it has been in years past, and I couldn't even get into those menus to warm up the pitcher in the bullpen. Now, once the game did fully load and I got into franchise and playing around, I used the same buttons that I had been trying in the demo version, and I was able to get into the bullpen and warm up guys, so that does work. It just, I guess they didn't put that into the demo version because they didn't feel like it was necessary, which is fine because, like I said, it's a demo. These games don't count. Who cares? The only way that I ended up actually being able to switch pitchers, which you'll see at the very end of the game, is that in the bottom of the 8th, when Bumgarner came up to bat, it, as the show has done in the past, it kind of gave you a little tip and said, hey, you might want to think about putting in a pinch hitter for your pitcher here. And so it let me go in and choose a batter to come in off the bench. After that 8th inning was over, going into the top of the 9th, it said, oh, you have a position player on the mound. And let me actually go in and pick out somebody from the bullpen to bring in. Now, I didn't get to warm them up, except for the 8 pitches that you get at the very beginning when you first bring someone in. But it was nice to at least have a fresh pitcher in there for the 9th inning. Another thing that I noticed, and I think it's a bug, I've seen some other people post about it in the forums, is if you have 1 strike in your count, whether it's 1-1, 2-1, 0-1, doesn't matter, and a pitcher throws like a curveball in the dirt and you check your swing at it, for some reason the game registers that as a 3rd strike. The catcher will actually pick up the ball, he'll throw it down to first, and it'll count as an out. Even though the announcer will say, oh, that's the 2nd strike on so-and-so, it doesn't matter. The game for some reason counts that as a 3rd strike, and I'm hoping that they'll get that taken care of here in a patch or an update sooner rather than later, because that's kind of a big deal. I've seen it happen in my franchise mode game as well. Thankfully, it's only happened a couple times, so it's not, real prevalent, but it still is a nuisance to have. When you're batting, you got 1 strike on you, they throw one in the dirt, you check your swing, and then suddenly you're out. But other than that little bug, and the bullpen not being able to bring anybody in, which is only in the demo version, and no commentary, which is also only in the demo version. There is commentary in the full game. But other than that, you know, it's a regular game, it's a regular demo, it's a full version of what you're going to get once the game finishes loading. And I will tell you this, I I highly recommend picking up this game. Even if you've had last year's game, or the game from a couple years ago, I recommend getting this one because there are some things that have changed, and the way that the game plays is just feels different to me than it felt last year. I don't know if it's just because I'm crazy, but for some reason it feels a little bit different. It feels like it plays a little bit better. It feels like things are a little bit more responsive, which you would expect because they've had a whole nother year to be able to develop for the PlayStation 4. So it really does feel a little bit different. It plays better in my opinion. The batting feels a little bit more responsive. I feel like I'm able to be able to hit the ball a little bit better than I have in years past. The fielding still feels nice and smooth. The pitching still feels nice and smooth. Everything, you know, still feels real nice and solid. Um, but it feels a little bit more responsive. It feels like the controls are a little bit more fluid. And again, maybe I'm crazy and it's just all in my head, but to me, it's an improvement. It's definitely worth picking up the game. Um, I've actually gone ahead and started a franchise, which you'll see those videos coming up here soon. But I've gone ahead and started a franchise and played 3 or 4 games, so I don't have a whole boatload of experience with the game yet. But what I've seen so far, I've really enjoyed, and I really am hopeful for things to come in the future. Um, One of the things you're going to see with my franchise videos here coming up is the team that I've chosen to play with in the game. I'm going to try and upload my game play the same day of their game day. Like on their opening day, I'm going to upload my opening day video, and their second game of the season, I'll upload my second game of the season. And I'm going to try to keep things synced up a little bit from that perspective. Um, I think it'll just be interesting. Not necessarily that the rosters are going to match 100% exact from the team that I'm playing to the team that's playing in real life, um, but I'm going to try and keep it as close as I possibly can with the rosters that I have right now. Um, but you know, as far as the game that they're playing and the game that I'm playing, I'm going to try and keep those the same. I think it'll just be interesting to see where my team's at and where they're actually at in real life at the end of the season. If you want to know which team I chose, you're going to have to wait until that video comes out. I'm going to keep that a secret, keep it a little bit of a mystery just for giggles. Um, but like I said, I've already played 3 or 4 games, so I am a little bit ahead, so I can go ahead and have those videos ready to upload them once it's game day for the team in real life. And here's that point in the video that I was talking about previously, where I was trying to figure out how in the world to get in to warm a pitcher up to be able to go ahead and get somebody ready. Because you see, we're here in the top of the 7th. Bumgarner's up over 90 pitches. We're down 2-1. Um, and I'm ready to get somebody up in the bullpen to bring him in, even though he's been pitching pretty well. But I could not find it. I'm guessing that they didn't program it. You see there, the bullpen has the lock on it. Um, so I'm guessing that they just didn't program that into the demo, which is fine. You know, like I said, it's not a big deal. I was able to kind of get around of it. I guess, you know, you could bring in a pinch hitter for your pitcher whenever he comes up to bat, and go ahead and change him out at that point in time at any time in the game. But you know, it still was a little bit weird. You see me making a mess of that fly ball there, so that was special. Like I said, this was the first playthrough. You know, I just loaded up the game and sat down and started playing and recording. So you guys are getting to experience it, you know, the first time as I experienced it there. And I really did enjoy it. Had a good time with it. One weird thing that happened is the game stopped recording right here. And so this is the hit to the opposite field double off the wall by Brandon Belt. That actually gave us a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 8th. I don't know why it decided to stop recording, but it did. And the only way I was able to get video of that was to go in and do a manual replay. But here you see the top of the 9th. And yes, the difficulty is set on rookie, but it's not set. It's on dynamic difficulty. And so rookie and pitching and hitting, we're both set on rookie. And I know that if I want to do better, I need to up the difficulty and this and that and yada yada yada. But like I said before, I'm not a professional gamer. This is just casual, just me sitting on the couch, you know, wasting an hour just playing a video game. So I just was sitting down to enjoy it. I don't play it to be elite and to be professional and to do all that. So that's the way that I'm going to play it. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I know I suck at the game. Feel free to let me know all you want. But we were able to come in here. You're going to see here coming up here in the next couple pitches, for some reason there was a ball hit to the second baseman and he just decided to stroll right over the top of it and let it go on by. But it was nice to be able to bring in a pitcher even without warming him up. There's what I was talking about. We were able to go ahead and shut the door, get the victory with my first playthrough. So that was nice to be able to sit down and play for the first time and be able to come in and get a victory in a game that kind of handicaps you a little bit when you're not able to get your bullpen ready the way that you want to and warm up the pitchers the way that you want. You can kind of see in his confidence and his energy meter, they're not completely full, or his energy meter's not full. His confidence meter wouldn't be full yet, but his energy meter wasn't full because he wasn't fully warmed up. It's just, the way that it was. But anyways, guys, I'll let you finish watching the end of the video here. Do appreciate all the views and the comments and anything. Go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video, what you think I could improve on, what you think I need to change, or what you like. And go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you like it. Go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Whatever you want to do. Any criticism, any comments are always welcome. But I'm going to have the opening day video out hopefully tomorrow, since it's opening day. I'm going to try and keep up with the team in real life. So be on the lookout for that. You get to see which team I choose. And until then, guys, we'll talk to you later.